Hello, everybody. Podcast Wednesday from yesterday's program, Season 10, Episode 5. The gang is all coming in, and here I am again, gang. Hello, meow. Give him a little FaceTime here. And there's Caroline and Joanne. Meow, I couldn't watch the aftermath because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my lordy 40. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Doug. Okay. And from way up north, even though I have bone chilling digital frosty numbers outside, is the best synopsis woman in the world. And I'm glad that she's my friend. And I'm glad she helps out on these podcasts on Wednesdays. She's with me throughout the duration of the podcast. Say hello to, here's Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody. Good to be here, as always, guys. And we have a lot to talk about tonight.
Ashley's in the house. Darlene with the new hat is in the house. Becky's in the house. Jeff M. And the $100 Ray is in the house. Anthony says hello to both of us all the time, Judy.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, everybody.
Let me scroll down over here. And BC's in the house. Don't forget, above that podcast title, you can let StreamYard just use your profile picture and your name. So I don't get a stiff neck, keep on looking back and forth. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you can. And now we're on a subscribe hunt, Judy. We want to get subscribers till the end of the year that haven't subscribed. Just hit that free subscribe button, please. And thank you.
Yeah, come on, guys. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't even have to go there all the time.
Yep.
Just press the subscribe button, please.
Yep. And there's Scott Dilly.
Hi, Scott.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I mean, people don't think, Judy, that we see everybody and we talk to everybody. I even notice when people are not even here. Even if there's 500 of you or 100 of you, you notice. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yeah, you do, don't you, John? It really does mean a lot.
Here's the other Judy. Good evening, John and Judy and everyone else. Same to you, Judy. Can't have too many Judys because I'm old. I'll get real confused in here. If I got more than 3 Judys, I'll be all screwed up, guys.
Where I worked at a school for many years, there was 3 of us.
Oh, man.
We were all secretaries, and it was fun, let me tell you.
Oh, man. All right, let's get our thank yous in. 7 p.m. thank you time. My YouTube supporters, the Knights, the Captains, the Marshals, and the Masters. You do get discounts on things. I got puzzles. I got hats. The higher level you go up, the more discount you get. I want to thank the Pirate and Dina and Caroline and Noah and Virginia and Barbara and the other Barbara and Starlene, Nighthawk, Luke, Jeff M. Curtis, Jana, Kelly, Becky, Josh, Mark, Sandala, Roxy, Jazz D, and Wayne for the continued support, and also all the Knights. Everybody, anything helps, especially in this crazy times that cost is so crazy. I got my gas and electric bill today. I almost was crying. I want to thank Judy for all her support and all what she does for me and the podcast. Judy, since you're live, I thank you so much as usual.
You're welcome, John, as always.
Also, we got to thank the professor, the factual historian, Daniel Spino. Without him, I'd just be mumbling away here. But he's the factual guy to get the facts and to understand what the hell I'm saying, to tell you the truth, Judy.
He's keeping us on our toes for sure, John.
Yep. And also a big thank you to Osprey Muyan for saving our souls all summer long to make it so interesting that what we're watching now. Muyan, holy Muyan! I thank you so much. I want to thank my moderators, Tammy, Judy, Daniel, Starlene, Michelle, Kathy, BC, and Tanya from Portugal, who's on when we're sleeping, and our lifetime contributor, Chris Dona. My main members are coming from the Quest of Oak Island group. I thank them also. The YouTube channel, Twitter, and Rumble. I thank them so much. And also our Anchor Post. Those podcasts, Judy, we're hitting about 19,000. I'll let you know when we hit 20,000 plays on the radio side of the audio stuff.
Sounds good. Wow.
We even had that one member, Judy, that said, "Oh, I joined your group. You know why? Why? Because I heard you and Judy on Spotify, and I wanted to get more involved and answer back and stuff." So we even got one member out of 19,000 that came over to the Facebook side.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it?
Well, I guess it helps.
Well, Scott, you have to read the posts all on the Quest of Oak Island. Way too much to tell you. You're going to have to reload and binge watch. Just too much. Yes, Tammy, the tree lighting was December 3rd, always the first Saturday in December. We light the tree in the front of the house, and we donate to a local charity here, which was Sleep Heavenly Peace, who make beds for the unfortunate people that are, and kids only, that sleep on the floor, that they have to qualify that they do have no bedding and no furniture. And it was a great organization, and that's who's getting the donations from my tree fund. Hello, Sydney. Hello, Kurt. Hello, Scottish Wildman. Now, next week, this is the one I want to watch, Judy. And next week, guys, will be on Tuesday. I'll be on pre-show, post-show Tuesday. Judy will be with me next Wednesday, and that'll be it until the new year. It's called Over the Muyan. Gary unearths a curious artifact on Lot 8 and in the Money Pit. The team is astonished to discover that the garden shaft has tunnels close by.
I'm looking forward to that too.
I just want him to tell us, this came from the Muyan, or, some kind of scan. Well, this is what the Muyan scan looks like at the Money Pit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what kind of pictures it does take.
No, Cindy, I can't stand it. It's going to come tomorrow. Me and you are going to get buried. The snowstorm's coming in here tomorrow, hitting me about 4 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll have to wait to get to my parents' house. The next week is getting ready for Christmas, start cooking. Oh, my lordy 40. I'll be busier than a bear. Yep, Troy. Going to be fantastic. Hello, Curtis. We got Judy with us tonight. It's always an enjoyable podcast when she's on, because I love the interaction of people talking back and forth. Next week we'll be on Discord live, and everybody just talks like we are, like a party line. Judy, tell them.
Yeah, it's nice, guys. You sort of get to know each other a little bit better, and that's great. You really do become even more family.
Yep. But some people just like to listen. I understand they want the privacy and everything else. I understand all that. But if we can get just a couple of new people every week, 2 people maybe every week or every other week when I'm on Discord live, it's not video, it's just your voice. That's all it is. All right. I just want to make this notation. Muyan is the new scanning device that they're going to be showing voids, treasure chests, in fact, at a direct location, Thomas. That's what Muyan is. These are for people, I know it's a repeat sometimes for a lot of us. And the professor, Daniel Spino, writes these things up, and a lot of times I have to repeat it for my YouTube members, Judy, because they don't go to the Facebook page. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. And Daniel does put a lot on our Facebook page, and it's all good.
Right. That's the Quest of Oak Island. You have to not get invited, but try to join. Your profile is scanned by the hook. And if you're new to Facebook, PM me or any of my moderators saying, hey, my profile has no pictures, it has no statements. That's a red flag for us. But if you let us know beforehand, we can get you in. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, exactly. Yeah, we need to know, guys. We got to be safe.
Yep. And this is from Daniel Spino. And I quote, during last night's episode, about a half dozen times, you guys remember the bag seal, right?
Yes.
The bag seal was found last season and was mentioned as being French. It should be noted that while the lead is of French origin, the seal itself was of British design. How can this be, he asked. Trade was occurring between the French and English interests in North America, and some of the goods had these seals from both the French and the English. Either side would simply melt down the used seals and make new ones, which makes sense to me, Judy.
Right, exactly.
This is what appears happened with the seal found on the island. The date with the seal specifically appears to be the late 1600s to the early 1700s, which would preclude it from being involved in the Duck and Veil time frame, in his opinion. Thank you, Professor, to clear that up a little bit. Those dates are in there. And go from there, Judy.
Right, exactly. I read that earlier. It is interesting and good to know.
Yep. So what did you guys think of last night's episode before we get Judy to give us all the details on her synopsis? What did you guys think? Let me see it.
Yeah, come on there, guys. Give it to us. I thought it was a good episode. I was a little disappointed that the promos kind of led us to believe that Oak Island was actually mentioned in the ship's logs, and it wasn't. So I did find that disappointing.
Right now, was it called Oak Island at that time?
Okay, alrighty.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Was the island called Oak Island? Probably. I'm not sure. I tried to look it up, but then I had to come on. That was the last thing I had written down.
Okay.
I think so, but if it's a secret place, and we got screenshots of, the Admiral not mentioning the place and everything else, very, very weird. And that was I was looking. I knew from watching this program for the 10 seasons, Julie, that I knew we were going to get more definite video of the tunnel with the newer camera. I knew we were going to get clearer pictures. That's their MO. We give us some fuzzy pictures, and then when they show the episode, they give us the clear pictures of what they have. You know what I mean?
Right, and it was really clear last night, which was great.
Yep. And
yes.
and also just waiting for Corian to come on to explain more about the two ships, with all the members that were on these ships. So that was my main focus on that. And that held my interest, even if they didn't show the tunnels in borehole tunnel holes in sonar. My interest is what Corian from the French connection to tell us more about the two ships that came over. That was what I was looking for.
Yes, and that is extremely interesting.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Hook.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Tammy.
Here's the meow. I'm in Germany and have to watch the new episodes in most bad quality or YouTube or so. Hard to understand, and I'm no native speaker. Well, just join my Facebook group. I'm spoilers alert there all the time. Screenshots. We talk about it like we're talking about now. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, can you do closed captions in Germany as German speaking? Seeing on the closed captions, meow? Let me know. You know what I mean, Judy? It's good to let me know, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's good for us to know that.
And Meow, I don't know the German company name. I spoke to him on an email. I don't really know the name of the metal detector, the 3D metal detector that came over the summer for a week and did 100 spots, hot spots. That'll be coming very shortly. Good evening, Scott. In the sand and in the beach.
Scott, poor old John's got lots of snow there.
So that was my main concern with Corian said. And we knew we were going to get into the tunnel and to see clearer pictures. What kind of tunnel it is, pre-searcher, searcher, water tunnel, flood tunnel, no idea. But we know they must have came out at the 77-foot level because the garden shaft's not any deeper than 77 feet. So these tunnels at 70 feet seem to be accurate with the garden shaft. And I was told a long time ago that the garden shaft was a pumping station. That's where the water, I don't know how they pumped out there, but you know, when they were in the tunnels, that's where the water was coming out of and shooting out, Judy. That's all I know.
Now, do you think that was from original or searchers?
Searcher.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody's looking for it. Everybody's looking for it. Even though some of the wood was pre-searcher, but how do you know where that wood came from? An old ship, an old tree? I still don't get that. How they get that wood that was made in a tunnel that was old. It could be just old wood. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, exactly. Who knows where it came from?
Here's BC telling it the way it is. I like it, BC. I feel that they're clouding documented history to confuse the public. Very easy to do me there, BC. Prolong the show, obviously drag it out. She, as a researcher, I find it not ethical. But don't forget now, you got the production side, the money side, and you got us and the historical researcher people. They're doing it great to make money, but us people as researchers, I'm not really a researcher, I'm just a middleman here, passing information on, and you decide to believe it or not. I think they're doing a heck of a job.
Daniel's with us. Hi, Daniel.
He is. Where'd he sneak in?
He just came.
There he is.
That's now.
Hello, Professor. Thanks for coming in. Professor, I got a big bus going in tomorrow morning. I got 68 people coming on a bus coming to your house. So start making lasagna. We got a big winter storm coming on up here. We'll be down in 24 hours.
Oh, I wish. I wish.
All righty. So that's what we just want to say a little bit about what I thought about yesterday's program. And why I get confused about, I think it was named Oak Island in the 1740s because the oaks were obviously planted there and used it as a signal, Judy. But the professor can give us more detail on that. It was changed to Oak Island in what date? 17 something or earlier than that? I can't remember, Judy.
Yeah, I can't right now either, John, but Daniel will let us know.
Here's Renee. Here's Johnny. Hello to you all. Great show. We're on our way to the money pit. Yep. How about Gary's last find? That was a religious artifact, and it's so old. So excited. We'll see it next week, Renee. Those previews always get me. And I still want to know what was in that white box. Don't forget, you got to look back and forth, and they make us jump all over the place, Judy.
Yes, I do.
Don't forget Maddie program, Drilling Down. Gary showed him something in a white box. Just keep that in mind, guys. Remember that.
Oh, I'll have to watch for that, for sure.
Daniel, when was Oak Island named Oak Island? In the 1600s? I don't know. I can't remember. Or even earlier. I don't know. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, Gloria. That's the thing. They showed us in the white box. Yep. See, Renee, that's why I'm here, to remind you. But who's going to remind me?
Cindy's wondering, John, if it was the hat pin in the white box, maybe after it had been cleaned up.
No, nothing. This is something big in the white box. This is something big.
Okay.
Kurt says the previous names of the island, 1759, Smith's Island, 1789, Gloucester Island, the 1790s. So if they were there in the 1740s, it wasn't called Oak Island, Judy.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Wow.
See what I'm saying? What is it?
Yep. So it couldn't have been mentioned then in the ship's documents.
No, because even Daniel says it's calling Oak Island in the 1760s, and they're talking 1740. Right? Do I got that right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Because that's what I said off. See, I say things off my head that I try to remember, but I want to be factual, because that's when I told you. I says, I don't think it was called Oak Island, but I couldn't get the dates in, Judy?
Right. I didn't even think about that, John.
So anybody from 1760 and below, they do not call it Oak Island. Factual things right there, guys. Okay, thank you, Robot. Yeah, we don't hear nothing about McGinnis anymore, or Sam Ball, nothing.
Kathy says, John, it was a big hook in the white box.
Oh, Kathy, you're the best. And Meow, let me know if you can put closed captions, and I'm speaking in German in the titles below me. Not speaking, but you know how it is. The closed captions, Meow. See if it's coming up in German. That'll help you out. All right, Judy. How's that voice going?
Well, I think it's all right, John.
All righty. Let me get you up here. Let's get Judy's synopsis going.
I'm going to take a drink here.
Yeah, all right. Let me post this first. Anthony, John, ask Daniel if he tried the segregation of transposing the pyramid and all the seeing eyes on the dollar bill to see if it matches up. What's that, Daniel? Daniel's going now. Smith and Gifford were assigned Island 28. Island 28 in 1753 to be known as Oak Island. Look at that, Judy. Oh, my lordy 40. Wow. Daniel.
I'll be darned. That man knows everything.
I never knew it was assigned Oak Island. I mean, Island 28. Did you ever hear that before out there, guys?
No, I haven't.
Not unless I read over it during all his writings, that he should write a book on all the writings he puts in the Quest of Oak Island stuff. Thanks, Daniel.
He sure should.
Okay, Tammy. Hence the name Professor Spino. You got that right, Tammy. Unbelievable. I wouldn't know what to do without him. He's the factual guy.
He sure is. And he's a lot of fun too. He's very funny.
Yep. And as far as having all that facts and dates and historical, I don't know all that. I'm learning as you guys learn.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Judy had her bottle of wine. Her pitcher is up. And Daniel also does lasagna. And your pitcher's up, Judy. When you're ready, it's all yours. Go ahead.
Thank you. And we are Season 10, Episode 5, Duke It Out. It's a productive new day on Oak Island, and at the Money Pit, Paul from Dumas is updating Rick on the progress being made on the rebuilding of the garden shaft. Paul informs Rick the work is going well and is on schedule. When Dumas is ready for them, Irving Equipment will join them to complete the digging of the shaft. Marty believes they will find a surprise at the bottom of the 80-foot shaft. Later, Marty arrives to check in on the archaeological dig going on Lot 32, where several pieces of metal were found last week. Laird declares there is proof of unrecorded activity here. Why were they here? Marty says, keep digging and let's find out. Craig arrives in the Money Pit area where they are continuing the drilling of borehole J15.25, which is 54 feet from the garden shaft. A core from 103 feet down hits the table, and Terry finds only natural soil. The second core comes up and has wood the full length of it. A worker from Irving Equipment informs them that they have hit a void at 107 feet down. Terry says this is confirmation of a tunnel. Craig decides that tomorrow they will put the sonar down the hole for a look. The following morning arrives and Jack and Gary are metal detecting on Lot 32. The beeper goes off and Jack digs up a piece of metal that Gary thinks could be part of a hoop off of a cargo barrel. Carmen will have a look at it. Back at the Money Pit, Paul readies the sonar to go down borehole 15.25. Scott lowers the sonar scanner, and at 103 feet down, they hit the edge of the casing and enter the void. Steve believes they are at the center of the tunnel, and it is going towards the garden shaft. Rick says this info is important, so keep following this. On Lot 32, the beeper goes off again, and Jack pulls up a foot-long flat piece of iron that Gary thinks could be a chopping tool or a scythe, and would have been used on ships in the 15th to 18th centuries. And he says it could have been related to a wharf. Carmen will take a look at this one as well. 2 days later, in the war room, the team meets with researchers Corian Mall and Charlotte Wheatley via video. They have found new information concerning the Duc d'Anville's Armada arrival in Nova Scotia in 1745. King Louis XV of France sent 2 ships, the Aurora with 250 men aboard and the Castor with 180 men, to scout the area from Newfoundland to Halifax, leaving France on March the 1st, 1745. They arrived on June the 4th near Mahone Bay at a certain location. Corian's theory is that they could have been sent to check on Oak Island to either build or repair the Money Pit. Having found a ship's log from this trip, Charlotte and Corian find that Captain Deviganu, who oversaw the trip, left many holes in his log, and he states he will not speak of this place. The ships were only gone 2 months, so what could they have accomplished in that time? They had far more men aboard than needed to sail the ships. Why? Doug points out that the ships were in the Mahone Bay area in the middle of the 1700s, which coincides with many of the dates connected to the money pit. Charlotte and Corian have more research to do. Later in the afternoon in the research center, Carmen is looking at the 2 pieces of metal found the day before on lot 32. The foot-long piece Gary thought could have been a scythe, Carmen says is not a tool, but a piece of a barrel strap off of a large cargo barrel. The smaller second piece he believes is part of a barrel hoop off of a 200-gallon barrel that would have held something wet, like whiskey. It's military and is a provision barrel from around the 1740s to 1760s. Right around the time the Duc d'Anville was in Nova Scotia. Morning arrives, and in the money pit area, the team is getting ready to put a high-definition camera down the borehole J15.25 to see if they can find a tunnel. At 103 feet down, they are out of the casing and into the water. Rick is pleased that the picture is so clear and they can plainly see broken wood and that the tunnel is still slowly collapsing. As Paul rotates the camera, they clearly see timbers and what looks like the beam that would have held the tunnel up laying on its side. As Paul adjusts the camera again, Steve points out what is clearly the opening to a tunnel, and he says each hole brings us closer to the garden shaft. The show ends with Rick declaring, "We will drill more holes. We can't quit now. This garden shaft could be the clue we need to solve this mystery. Only time and more digging will tell us." Stay tuned next week, fellow questers, to find if we are going to the garden shaft. And in the meantime, stay safe, please, everybody.
Thank you so much, Judy. Very, very professionally done. Very, very factual. I thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do it. I love it.
Of course, everybody, it will be posted as usual on the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page as we get off here later on tonight. And it'll be posted on the community tab for the paid YouTube subscribers on the YouTube side so they can read it too, because they don't go to Facebook and they can read it on YouTube. Very, very good.
Thank you, guys.
This gets my Templar hype down a couple of flames. You know, more.
John, when I get a message from someone that says, "Thank you for my synopsis," because they can't get the Oak Island show, it really does make my day.
Yep. And a lot of them, they don't even start season for the Curse of Oak Island until January, you know?
Right. And it enables them to be part of our show tonight, which is great.
Yep. I hear you. Very good. Even I look back at it to remind myself sometimes, because there's a lot of information in there. All of a sudden we go back to something and I'll say, "Judy, what borehole was that? What number was this?" And she knows it.
That's good to hear.
And here's the professor throwing his facts here. The Castor and the Divari were never in Mahone Bay. They were as far as Halifax. Okay, Daniel.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. Did they not say that last night? I'm sure they did, that they were in Mahone Bay.
All right, Judy, let me get you off of here, and please hit that like button if you can. I see only 6 likes. There's like 60 something people in here for YouTube. Please help us out on the like side and the subscribe side. Thank you guys for 2022. Let's see if we can get a push on the free subscribers. I thank you so much. Alrighty. And now we'll go through the screenshots. And we'll go from there, guys. And we'll discuss. I'm getting a lot of thank yous on the YouTube side. I know you can't see it, Judy, but a lot of thank yous coming across.
Thank you, YouTubers. I appreciate it much.
And people that are on Facebook and YouTube. A couple of these came out a little blurry for some reason. I don't know why, but you'll get the gist of it as we're going through these. Yup, Luann. They always give us that hook, like Kathy says. Well, thank you, Cindy. She reminded me of the red bells I got in the studio. At least somebody noticed them.
Good eye there, Cindy.
And here's the professor. According to published reports and first-hand bios, they were never in Mahone Bay. I'm at a loss for why that was reported that they were, I guess. I have no idea,
boy.
Daniel, so we got to figure that out.
Daniel will find it, I'm sure.
We're just ask Corey and get your facts here and there and do her up. Okay, here's Rick walking with Dumas Mining towards the money pit as the show started. Yeah, Luann, coming my way, Luann. And here's where I always said when the drone was filming, Judy, I always look at the lumber pile. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
And there's the lumber pile going down to almost nothing. So you know they're doing something underground because we can't see underground. So that was the indication of, yep, more lumber, more building. Good question, Meow. Did Samuel Ball own Apple or Frog Island? Who did own them? Daniel? Yeah, I thought it was Apple myself. I got a little film clip I showed you of the drone that were going over. They call it Ball Island, Sam's Island. You know what I mean?
Yes, John. Yeah, that's right, too.
Take care, Scott. Don't get too much sunburn. Use a lot of sunblock.
Yeah, guys, Scott is lucky enough to be on a cruise right now.
And then Marty came on Lock 32, where they saw all those bits and pieces of metal. And Gary said it was part of a stove. Gave Laird a little FaceTime here. There's Laird Niven. Here is Emma. She's new to the show. She does a lot of that CAT scans, those x-rays you see of the object. And she has a machine also in there for the minerals in the artifacts, Judy.
Yeah, and those machines have helped out a lot to get things done faster for us.
Renee, that trail you saw on Corian's message to me was the causeway. There was no trail. It was the causeway. To the left of the island and the picture, that black long thing was the causeway going to the main island. And there you go, Renee. I knew you were going to ask me that today. Let's just have Corian put the treasure map on the wall and then send me a hello video. Yep, Tammy. Google Earth. Yeah, a lot of researchers like Dot to Dot. Give him a shout out. He uses a lot of that Google Earth for his scanning and scaling. I can't do all that. I'm lost. And here's Ellen, the other archaeologist, getting their brooms and trowels and paintbrushes. And a couple of items they said they found at the money pit. We know all about those spikes. I hear you, Tammy. What the heck did Daniel say? Let me see here. Would you bury holy relics or a vast treasure in enemy territory? I wouldn't do any of them. I wouldn't bury nothing there. I would find another spot. Neutral. Know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, exactly, John. It is confusing, isn't it? You gotta wonder what has happened.
And Tammy says it'll be under my mattress. Yes, Meow. Yep, they're helping. We find all these things, wharf-like things, a trading post types of things, Judy.
There is a lot of artifacts here, John, to put together a story from.
Yep, and here's the Hornet lead cargo bag seal that I wrote to you. Well, that I spoke to you about Daniel's opinion of what the make was of that. Yes, Tammy. Yes, Danny. Be safer in France or Quebec. Yeah, not in an island that's could be overrun by your people that want to kill you. You're going to put a treasure there? No, I don't think so. Thank you, Vance. Yeah, we got to be more descriptive for Tammy, so she'll keep us on the ball, like for the Anchor podcast, Judy.
She will, won't she?
Yeah, we can't we can't say, well, look at this picture. We got to say, well, this is the lead cargo seal that we're showing.
Yes, I'll have to remember.
That'll wait, Tammy. Keep us on the ball here. And here's a grid of the borehole J15.25, that red dot in the middle. Way off to the left is the hidden shaft. And I think they said it was 54 feet from the garden shaft.
Yes.
Yep, Daniel, I spoke of it earlier. I want to put it up there now for people that didn't hear me earlier. A British seal, which was melted down, reused French lead. There you go. So this is the hole. They put the camera down that we saw the tunnel, Judy.
Yes.
We're not in M16.25, which you see it way below there 5, 10, 15. Each square, I think, is 15 feet square. 5, 5, 5. You'll see M16.25 straight down. So we're out of that hole, moving forward.
Okay. Okay, yep, I found it.
Yep. And this is Gary telling him it was a barrel hoop. How does he know that just from this piece of metal? Unbelievable, this Carmen leg is.
He is, isn't he something? He really is.
And they don't give him any time at all to discuss it. Like he told us. He's there. Here it is. Out of the bag. What is it? I mean, did you find it on the beach? Did you find... No. Here it is. What is it? Lordy 40.
He's worked with that stuff all of his life.
Yep.
He knows what he's talking about.
And they keep on saying with this new sonar, it's heading towards the garden shaft. Heading shaft, meow. Hidden shaft. Yes, I'm showing the sonar scan, Tammy, going towards the garden shaft. Lordy 40. And here's a picture on the remote. Marty's saying hello to Corian and what's that lady's name?
Just a minute, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Charlotte Wheatley.
Yeah, I got the name in a couple more slides, yeah. And here's the Daniel. Throw me facts right and left here. Daniel Spino says, I have a copy of the letter. I have a copy of a letter that clearly states that Lewis's main concern was either getting Lewisburg back, who they lost, or Annapolis Royal as a bargaining chip for peace. Daniel, I don't know how you get this stuff.
So in other words, Daniel, you think that the king wasn't interested in Oak Island at all?
And this is the team telling us what they told us in the last show in the winter in Michigan, if you remember, Judy, that we made this past year to create a research team. We remember that, right?
Yes, clearly.
And there's the two names of Corey Mall and Charlotte Wheatley. They're on the French research team. We got one team down. We got the Gretchen in England. And I don't know where else they're going. They got to have somebody in Portugal. Tell them to hire Tanya.
Yes, because I'm sure they've got somebody in Portugal.
Yep. Probably that tour that there went there, you know what I mean? The guy that was with the Korean in Portugal.
Yes. Zhao, I think was his name. He would be probably a good one to do it.
Yep. Like I said, there's the France team. And again, I want to thank Corian for sending me that message, putting on the
that was nice.
Quest of Oak Island baseball cap for me. That was cool.
Oh, John, Daniel answered my question to whether or not the king was interested in Oak Island. He says no, but someone else that was part of that fleet was, in my opinion. And he's not about to tell us tonight, I'm sure. Daniel.
Some new faces in Season 10, Episode 5. It was the largest military structure outside of France. Can you imagine that, Judy?
I can't. Isn't it amazing?
Lewisburg
It is
fort.
a beautiful fort. Daniel says he'll tell us soon. Thank you, Daniel.
Unexpectedly went to the English hands, and no money was found. No treasure, no gold, no nothing was found, I was told. And I remember that was spoken of. Well, what happened to all their finances in that fort? I'm pretty sure, Daniel, there was nothing there. Correct?
I'm sure that's what I read too, that there was nothing there.
And he says Louisburg cost a fortune for the French. Yep.
Woo.
But when they loot and ponder, I don't remember anything saying, well, they took all the gold and silver out of their whatever treasury, or whatever you want to call it, a gold room there. Never heard anything about that.
Nope, nothing.
You know, Judy, about the money end of it.
Yeah, we've heard nothing about what happened. And sure, the fort had to have a lot there.
Yep. And here's the admiral. And then I remember this that hit me pretty good when Doug found this ship's log. And it was very, 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 very specific on a treasure to be buried. You remember this?
I remember it clearly.
Yep.
And it was amazing when he read it at the time. Now it's kind of coming together with something else here.
Yep. Doug says September 8th, it has been agreed that a deep pit be dug and a treasure securely buried. What the heck? Is it on Oak Island? Are they in the bay? Holy Muyan. Holy Lordy 40. The pit to have a secret entrance, Judy.
Yes, I don't know. Was it the same ship, though? Like, I don't think that gave the name of the ship, did it? I'm pretty sure it didn't.
By a tunnel from the shore. What else do you have to know after all this wording out of this log? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
This guy didn't hold back saying what he did at this time, right? He buried a treasure by a tunnel from the shore, right? He's telling us point blank what he did.
Yeah, so it can't be the same captain for sure.
Holy Muyan! Lordy 40, this is driving me crazy.
Daniel says there had to be a pay ship that was part of the Duke d'Anville fleet, but its whereabouts and details were never divulged.
And here's the actual documentation we're showing, Tammy, of the things he's telling us from the French archives. The Vanguard. King Louis sent 2 ships, the Adora and the Castor. And it was there for 2 months, Judy.
Which isn't very long, is it?
Would it take him 3 months to sail? So that's,
you would think,
5 months? I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know, if they were there 2 months and it took them 3 months to get there, 6 total round trip, 8 months? I don't know. I'm just guessing, guys. Personal orders from the king. And that's when they departed, like Judy said in her synopsis, March 1746. And it really says a certain location. He wouldn't divulge it. Why does he do this?
Guys, when you read my synopsis, I think I put that date down as 1745. It is 1746.
No problemo. Just nowhere in the documentation. They had big gaps in the logs. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. One ship had 250 men. I don't know how many men it takes to do a ship, to run a ship. I have no idea. 100 men with the sails and all that?
I would think around 100 myself. Daniel might know. But I don't think it would take 250 by any means.
Then the other ship, the Castor, had 180. So 430 guys. It's a lot of people. They must have ate a lot of fish and drank a lot of whiskey. 200 gallons of whiskey would last me about 3 weeks. Only kidding.
Oh, yeah, sure, John. Tim Madras says that no more than 15 to run a ship. The others were soldiers.
Very good, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
I learn more and more every second here, Judy.
Yes, we do. That's why we get together.
Yep. Everybody's information is great. And they're around June 4th, 1746, near Mahone Bay. And like they were telling us, that the captains would submit their journals to the higher-ups and to be stored in the records. And the French were very good record keepers.
What I find strange is that the captain said that he would not talk of this place. He almost makes it sound like something about that place scared him.
Yeah, who knows? I will not speak of this to anyone about this place. What the heck?
Exactly. Doesn't it make it sound like something scared him?
It's haunted.
Some people think so.
You had to tell somebody about something around there. You know?
Right, exactly.
And this is part of the show that I was really interested in, is Corian's research here. You know what I mean, guys?
Yes. I do look forward to it, and obviously they put a lot into their research.
Unbelievable. Then again, this is a large barrel strap. And there's my main man. I had to put him up there. Carmen Legge, the blacksmithing expert. There he is.
There he is. Great guy.
Yes, he did.
Amazing man.
Yes, he did, Meow. A lot of blank spaces in his logbook. Not typical. Something was going on. And that is also a hoop off a barrel. As Judy stated in the synopsis, Carmen Legge. And he knows how big it is. About 200 gallons. Yeah. I mean, how the heck? Carmen's like a wizard, you know what I mean?
Oh, he is. You know, he knows his stuff for sure. And I can't help but wonder how much of this stuff has he made for the place where he works.
Yeah, like
it is a
reenactment type of barrels he must have made for old time things. And
right, because I think he's in a pioneer village, so he may have made some of this stuff for there.
Yep, and also he makes things for movies.
Oh, I forgot. Right, yeah.
Yeah. mead, rum, whiskey. And the minute he said that, like I told you last night, Daniel, I thought about you for the island. What the heck were they doing on there? But they didn't have bottles of water like we had. So I guess everybody just drank whiskey.
Yep, I guess. Avoid being a bad way.
Whiskey, and what else do you bring over on the ship to eat? And go hunting or something, shoot a deer or something like that, probably. You know what I mean, guys?
Probably it, John.
Yeah.
Tammy asks, isn't he a master iron worker? Yes, Tammy, I think he is.
Yes, he is.
And Daniel says, roll out the barrel polka.
Yep, a nice scotch, Tammy says. Yep, he's the best. And here's a couple of clear pictures that we knew were coming about. But I really didn't see anything but like sort of a collapsed tunnel. If you guys see anything in these screenshots, let us know. Better than my two eyes, you know what I mean, guys?
Right. It does look like an opening, and it does look like a tunnel that has collapsed. But do we know yet for sure?
And then I looked at this portable device. Now tell me if I'm crazy. Look at that screen. Is that all smashed, that screen? Is that all cracked, that screen? Or am I seeing things?
Oh, it does look like it, doesn't it? Why?
Tell History Channel to break down and buy a new scanner, will you please?
It could be just part of the picture, John, but it sure does look like it's cracked.
Can you see like the cracks going up from the small spot and then it goes up wider on the top, or is it just me?
Yeah, no, I see that for sure. Ashley says she thinks it looks cracked too. Now that's funny.
Come on, guys, we need some new equipment over here. Quit dropping the equipment. Things I see.
Yeah, you notice things I never do.
Then there's something was crawling around in the bottom of this tunnel. I don't know what it was. Yep, Ashley, it could be, yeah. Or a plastic cover, yeah. Something was swimming around on the bottom. I don't know if it was a crab or whatever. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that either, John.
They're looking at that beam on top that sort of collapsed. That whole thing's a big beam. But it seems there's a space on the top of that beam. You see that, Judy?
Yes.
Where it says this beam here, that's the bottom that we show as pictures on the bottom. But we're showing the beam in the tunnel that where his hand is. Look on top of that. That looks like there's space on top of that beam as a void.
Yes, it does for sure. I don't know. And they said that beam was probably the one that was holding the tunnel up.
Yeah. Or the last piece before it just collapsed right there, yeah. Well, maybe they can find a better section that's more intact, but I think they're really pressing their luck because a lot of this stuff's all collapsed after all these years, you know?
Yes, I agree.
And if this was at 106 feet, you know how many drill holes this thing went through?
Oh, right.
But
Exactly.
if it's in virgin soil, which Stephen says they were never searching in this area before. I don't know how that can be, but who knows?
Cindy says it was a piece of something that fell and stirred up the water. That's what she thinks your fish or whatever might have been.
Yeah, I was delirious after last night, so. There's the picture we always saw. Yes, Daniel, I know Smith's Cove was called Smuggler's Cove. Yep.
Good name for it.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Me and Judy will be on next Wednesday for the last podcast of the year, going over Holy Muyan. Maybe we'll get something that looks like a Muyan scan or something. Next Tuesday, I'll be here pre-show at 7 and post-show at 10:15. The only way we'll be on earlier is if they got a drilling down. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, yes. And there doesn't seem to be one for next week. Daniel says he wonders why it was called Smuggler's Cove. Probably to smuggle in all that whiskey, Daniel.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. And only a small boat, Daniel. A big boat couldn't get close. Or they used that 100-foot dock on Sam Ball's property to really roll in the barrels of whiskey. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah, they could bring lots in there.
You know, a wharf out 100 feet. No, the water's a lot deeper out 100 feet. And here's the clearest picture I saw right there when he put the crosshairs on, Judy.
Yes, it is really clear. And it sure does look like an opening there.
They'll probably do the same in the garden shaft once they clean it out. Put the camera down, see where we're going, see what's going on, plus the Muon, plus the 3D scanners, plus the seismic testing. Holy Muon, how many more things we need on this thing?
Really? We got lots coming.
We're still looking for the ship in the swamp. What happened there?
Yes. I really would like to know if that ship is there.
We bounce around so much, I'm getting lumps on my head.
Well, Daniel says rum was the main spirit. I have some pics I'll post tomorrow that shows what that would have looked like.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Daniel.
And here's my main man, Rick. It's possible that this may end to an incredible discovery. Yep, here we go with the positive words. Treasure, discovery. Don't give up. And see, when he's saying this, why do he have to say this? I think the spirit's been down at the island. This is a 10 in terms of how it should inspire us. So I think the group is getting a little bit down. This is how I'm looking at it, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, if they're not, they're darn good stuff because they've worked a long time. And I don't know how they stay as positive as they do, but I give them kudos.
Yep, but you know what I'm saying, Judy, you know?
Right, exactly, John, I do.
As we can move forward. Who the heck says that all the time?
Yeah, I wonder. I know I'm asking a lot of questions right now about the whole mystery that I've not asked before. So, yeah, everybody gets to that point, I think.
Yep, because we get no answers.
Right, exactly.
It inspires him to move forward, just how it inspires me to hang on with you, Rick. We're here to the end. Well, whatever that may be. A little answer here, a little answer there. No answers. Enjoy the ride. That's all I can say, Judy. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, that's for sure, John. This is a journey I would not have missed.
Yep. And also, I have another Facebook page I called Quest of Gold. It was Quest of Treasure. I'll still put photographs, beautiful photographs on there. But on the Discovery Channel, it sort of interests me about, $30 billion in gold is in a hill. It was buried in a hill by the military. That sort of interests me. So maybe they could find something of a material there. So I might post a couple of things spotty, almost like Beyond Oak Island, Judy, but this will be for on Quest of Gold Facebook channel.
Okay. All right, John. We'll watch for it.
So if guys want to go to the Quest of Gold, if you're on and in the Oak Island membership, you're automatically, if you want, included into the Quest of Gold page. No scouting your profile or nothing. You automatically go there. You will be there. And I thought it was very interesting, a story. I mean, we get all these gold stories, Judy, but one of these days we'll see a big pile of gold someplace.
I hope so, John. That would be something to see. Daniel says, go with the evidence, I say. There is an amazing story that has been hidden and ready to be revealed. And Daniel, are you going to reveal it to us, please?
Yeah. And can somebody post a link to my Facebook group to this Meow? Send me an email at questofoakisland@aol.com. That's questofoakisland@aol.com, and we'll set you up on there. I have no links in the live chat because people would try to put some nasty links in, so they're not accepted during live chat. Meow, we got to be very careful here. You know what I mean, Judy?
Oh, we sure do, don't we, John? We get it behind the scenes. We don't need it here.
Yep. So it appears that all the tunnels are heading towards the garden pit. Thank you, Jeff. And they just keep on moving forward. Sempre Avante with Rick right there. And then to Daniel, I will do everything I can to find and reveal the truth about what happened on Oak Island. You're the best. And if anybody can do it, Daniel, you're the man. We got your back.
I will say, Daniel is determined. He really is. So I think we'll get an answer from him.
Yep, and I got his back, no matter what he does.
Yes, me too.
Alrighty, guys. That's about all I got. And it was a great show. Not bad at all. Next Tuesday, the Muyan show. And we'll see you there on the pre-show, 7 o'clock Tuesday. Judy will be with me next Wednesday for the podcast, like we're doing today. And for Judy, if you want to say your goodbyes, and then I'll say my goodbyes and get out of here.
Okay, hey everybody, I'll bet John's going to be sitting on pins and needles all week waiting for Muon. So you guys have a good week. Thanks for being part of our show tonight. I enjoy you all very much, and I want you all to stay safe, please. See you next Wednesday. And good night, John.
Okay, we'll be talking to you, Judy. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, guys. That's it for tonight. But remember, always go forward. You may get a setback in your life, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you guys are. For tomorrow's a never given in this crazy world we live in. So still be safe with this COVID and flu and this other lung infection that's going around. Please be safe. The world needs a ton of prayers on the minute with the minute. So as my friend Jan says, you got to be kind. You got to keep smiling. You got to stay strong. You got to stay positive. You got to stay safe. Thank you for joining me and Judy tonight. We'll see you next Tuesday, pre-show 7 o'clock, post-show 10:15, and with Judy next Wednesday to go over Season 10, Episode 6, Holy Muyan. So I want to thank you. Take care. And bye-bye.